You're alone on a long, dark road. The only light comes from your own headlights cutting through the black. And then, you see it. Something standing just at the edge of the light. Something that shouldn't be there. What do? We've all felt it. That primal prickle on the back of your neck when you're driving late at night. Most of the time, it's just our imagination, but sometimes, it's not. In this video, we're diving deep into the world of unnerving road encounters. We'll explore the most chilling stories, the psychological reasons why these moments haunt us, and the bizarre scientific theories that try to explain them. Stick with me, because by the end, you might never look at a lonely road the same way again. Let's start with a classic that seems to exist in every culture, the phantom hitchhiker. You see a lone figure thumbing for a ride on a desolate stretch. You stop, they get in, but they never make it to the destination. One of the most famous cases is Resurrection Mary in Chicago. The story goes that a driver picks up a young woman in a white dress on a cold night. She's quiet, somber, and asks to be taken to a local dance hall or a specific cemetery. But before the car reaches its destination, she simply vanishes from the backseat. Some versions say the driver can still feel the cold spot where she was sitting. This story, and hundreds like it, tap into a deep-seated human fear. The guilt of leaving someone behind, or the tragedy of a life cut short on that very stretch of asphalt. It's a ghost story that's literally trying to find its way home. But what about encounters that aren't spectral, but corporeal? Let's talk about the phenomenon of the Hat Man. This is a specific, recurring figure reported worldwide. He's often described as a tall, broad-shouldered silhouette of a man in a wide-brimmed hat, like a fedora or a trench coat. Witnesses report seeing him standing motionless by the side of the road, or even worse, in the middle of it, a solid shadow that doesn't move as you approach. He doesn't hitchhike. He doesn't speak. He just watches. The consistency of his description across different countries and cultures is what makes this so unsettling. It's not just one ghost, it's a template for a specific kind of terror. Moving from this timeless shadow figure to a modern myth, we have the black-eyed kids. These aren't your average ghosts. They look like normal children, often pale and dressed a bit out of date, asking for help to get into your car or your house. But their eyes are solid, glossy black. And the feeling they project is one of pure, instinctual dread. Encounters often follow a pattern. A polite but insistent request for a ride, a refusal to take no for an answer, and an overwhelming sense of wrongness that grows until the witness flees in a panic. The most chilling theory is that they need permission to cross a threshold to gain access to you. They represent a perversion of our instinct to help a child in need, turning it into a trap. But not all encounters are with the supernatural. Some are extraterrestrial. Countless reports, like the famous incident on the loneliest road in America, Highway 50, describe strange lights descending onto remote roads, causing car engines to fail, radios to spit static, and electrical systems to die. And the most chilling part? The drivers often experience missing time, arriving home hours later with no memory of what happened in between. This phenomenon is a cornerstone of UFO lore. The road becomes a stage for a close encounter, an isolated lab where we are the subjects. Were we taken? Probed? Or simply observed? The blank space in our memory is a canvas for our deepest cosmic fears. And then there are the phenomena that defy all categories. The ones that are just glitches in reality. Have you ever heard of the time slip? Drivers report suddenly finding themselves on a road that looks completely different, older, with vintage cars and people in period clothing, only for everything to snap back to normal seconds later. Or the endless road, where a familiar stretch of highway just keeps going, looping in a way that defies geography. These stories are less about a monster and more about the terrifying idea that the fabric of our reality is thin, and on these lonely roads, it can sometimes tear. So why are we so hardwired to be scared on these roads? It's a perfect storm of evolutionary psychology. Our night vision is poor, making us vulnerable. This is nyctophobia, the fear of the dark. The road itself is a tunnel, limiting our escape routes. That's claustrophobia. And the vast, empty space around us triggers our fear of being exposed and hunted. That's agoraphobia, in a strange, cruel twist. Our brains are pattern recognition machines. In the dark, seeing a face in the trees, a phenomenon called pareidolia, could have once meant the difference between life and death. Today, that same instinct creates monsters out of shadows. But there's another layer: infrasound. These are low-frequency sounds, below 20 Hz, that the human ear can't consciously hear. But our bodies can feel them. Studies have shown that infrasound can induce feelings of dread, awe, and even cause visual distortions. It can make you feel like you're being watched, or that there's a presence in the room with you. Guess what generates infrasound? Wind blowing across a deserted field. A distant train. The very vibration of your car on an old, empty road. So, that chilling feeling you get might not be a ghost. It might be physics playing a sinister tune on your nervous system. As unnerving as these stories are, we can't forget that the most real threats on the road are often all too human. From opportunistic criminals setting up fake breakdowns to impaired drivers swerving into your lane, the advice is crucial. Keep your doors locked, have your phone charged, and if you see something or someone that genuinely looks dangerous, trust your gut and don't stop. Drive to a well-lit, populated area like a gas station or police station. Your intuition is your first and best line of defense. Is that a ghost, or is it just a person in need? Sometimes, the safest and kindest choice is to call for help for them, rather than stopping yourself and becoming a victim. And this brings us to you. The collective experiences of thousands of drivers. We've scoured forums and subreddits, and the stories are both terrifying and fascinating. The sheer volume of accounts, with their shared feelings of dread, their similar descriptions of shadowy figures and unexplained lights, tells us one thing for certain. Whether the cause is psychological, physiological, or paranormal, the fear itself is universal. It's a shared human experience, whispered about on the world's longest, darkest campfire, the internet. So, let's take one last drive down memory lane. We met the timeless phantom hitchhiker, faced the modern dread of the black-eyed kids, grappled with the cosmic mystery of UFOs and missing time, and even considered the possibility of reality itself glitching. We learned why our brains are wired for this fear, how infrasound might be the secret composer of our dread, and we remembered the importance of staying safe from very real, human dangers. The road at night is a canvas for our deepest fears, both imagined and terrifyingly real. If this journey into the unknown fascinated you, if it sent a chill down your spine, then do me a favor, smash that like button. It really helps the channel. Subscribe for more deep dives into the world's greatest mysteries, and tell me in the comments what your #1 unexplained mystery is. Have you ever had an encounter on a dark road that you still can't explain? I read every single one. If you're still in the mood for a mystery, check out this video right here on the Dyatlov Pass incident, another case that has never been fully solved. And the next time you're driving home late at night, and your headlights catch a shape in the distance, just remember: some secrets the road likes to keep.